Now, there's many people, once again, and we're going to keep homing on this topic today, speaking about the R. Kelly documentary. But why isn't we on talking about something despicable that the United States Immigration and Naturalization Department allowed to come into this country? Now, we have laws in this country that state that any adult that fool with a child, that's illegal, period. We would call a person like that a pedophile, and rightfully so. They do not belong in society with the rest of us. That is a decent law to have. That is a moral law to have. But the United States Immigration Department, you know, Trump saying we need to revamp the immigration laws. Yes, we do. And we're going to definitely talk about one in particular. He focused on putting a wall up. Let's focus on stopping child trafficking, child sex trafficking coming to the United States under legal means. So we have an article that talked about out of the Washington Examiner that the immigration allowed about 8,000 child brides into the U.S. legally. Now, they said the U.S. government approved more than 5,000 immigration requests for visas or green cards from foreign adults who asked to bring child spouses or boys and girls under the age of 18 to the country from 2007 to 2017, according to the results of a Senate committee investigation. Now, they say that the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, which considered requests for admission prior to the State Department's final approval of them, granted exactly 5,556 approvals to adults over a 10-year period, the Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee wrote in a report on Friday. Another 2,926 applications in which a minor asked to be admitted with his or her adult spouse was also approved. Approximately 200 minors filed petitions seeking to come to the U.S. with an underage spouse. It gets worse. So they say the majority of the cases were older men seeking to immigrate with younger girls. Some of the most extreme examples consisted of a 71-year-old man who married a 17-year-old woman in Guatemala, and a 48-year-old man who married a 14-year-old in Jamaica. Now, I say 149 cases, the adult spouse was over the age of 40, and in 28 cases, they were over the age of 50. Now, I thought we had laws in this country. They had this one young girl from Pakistan. She was over here. She had a passport. She went to Pakistan just to visit family, and they forced her to marry a 21-year-old man. And then she had to get the State Department and ask, can her 21-year-old husband come over here? She was forced to do this. She didn't choose this, being an 8-year-old. So you have right here in the United States of America, grown men got little girls or little boys in their house where they should be in elementary school, junior high or high school, but you have them in their homes right now doing whatever they want to do with them, and it is legal for them to do so. So now do you understand the pedophiles and why they're saying they want the age of consent dropped, and they really rising their nasty and dirty mouths in society? Because pedophiles know about this. So pedophiles with money, you know, those who are in the 1%. You have doctors that have been caught being pedophiles, lawyers, businessmen. All these pedophiles have to do is just take a passport, go to a third world country, pay off the parents because they can't afford to take care of their kids a lot of times, and then make application and bring back an underage child to be with them in their home. And nothing will be said, because if somebody reported to the police, all they got to say is, no, this is illegal. The State Department approved me, and the police cannot do nothing about it because it is legal under immigration, because they have no age limit when it comes to marriage with children. Now, isn't that sick? Isn't that sick to the core? Why isn't we focusing on those people that are bringing children into the United States? We want to focus on R. Kelly, but we don't focus on this? Not at all. Nobody focusing on this because most of us did not know this. That's why. They knew this, but they want to keep that quiet. They don't want nobody to know this. Well, now everyone know. And now you should demand laws be put in place where you cannot bring no children, no child bride into this country. That is against the law. It's supposed to be for citizens, but you can go and do whatever you want in a different country and bypass the law and have children in your household. And no one can say anything. When you start opening up that can of worms off of what they are doing and the laws they have or don't have in place to protect children from child sex trafficking, because traffickers can use that immigration law to do this, to traffic children for evil in the United States. This is what our government is doing or has been doing for 10 years. It is utterly wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just sick. This is utterly sick to hear this, to even think about that. How could you sit there and go to a country and go marry a child? What kind of conversation are you going to have with a child? I don't understand that. But you have some sickos that don't belong in society doing things like this, and our government said it was okay for this to happen. Now, I sure would like to know who are the people at the immigration approving this. They know everything that's going on. They know who the persons are. They know the age of the child. They know everything, and no one in their right mind say, "This is sick. I can't be a part of this." No one said anything. But, you know, let's have this trending topic with R. Kelly, but we're not going to talk about this. Like I said, anytime they try to focus your attention on someone in the black community, you better believe there's 1,000 stories you need to be focusing your attention on when it comes to them. Now, leave me a comment, let me know what you think about this sickness that the immigration department in the United States allowed, and how this is straight up demonic, evil, and how could they allow children to be trafficked in this country, to be with people that's 71 years old, 48 years old, etc. I mean, this is utterly wrong, but now you see the cat is getting out the bag.